Components of individual differences or affective factors in learning. 1. Intelligence. Intelligence is often viewed as one of the fundamental components of individual differences in learning. Traditionally, intelligence has been measured using standardized IQ tests, but modern research acknowledges that intelligence is multifaceted and cannot be fully captured by a single numerical score. The theory of multiple intelligences, proposed by Howard Gardner, is one example of a broader perspective on intelligence. Gardner's model identifies at least 8 types of intelligences, including linguistic, logical mathematical, spatial, musical, bodily-kinesthetic, interpersonal, intrapersonal, and naturalistic. Students possess varying degrees of these intelligences, which affect how they process information and engage with different learning activities. For example, a student with strong spatial intelligence may excel in visual tasks such as diagramming, charting, or navigating spatial environments, while a student with high interpersonal intelligence may thrive in group work or collaborative settings. Educators who understand these diverse forms of intelligence can adapt their teaching methods to cater to the strengths and challenges of each student, making learning more inclusive and accessible. 2. Learning styles. Learning styles refer to the ways in which individuals prefer to engage with and process new information. While there are various models of learning styles, one of the most commonly referenced is the VARK model, which categorizes learners into 4 primary styles: visual, auditory, reading/writing, and kinesthetic. Visual learners prefer to see information through diagrams, charts, and images. Auditory learners retain information best when it is heard, often excelling in discussions and lectures. Reading/writing learners prefer written materials such as books, articles, and notes, and kinesthetic learners benefit from hands-on activities and physical engagement with learning materials. Although the concept of learning styles has been widely discussed and debated in educational research, there is evidence that students may have preferences for certain learning modes. Incorporating a variety of teaching strategies that address these diverse preferences can help students engage with content in ways that best suit their learning needs, enhancing comprehension and retention. For example, a teacher may use visual aids, group discussions, written instructions, and physical activities to engage students across all 4 learning styles. 3. Motivation. Motivation is a critical affective factor that influences students' engagement with learning tasks and their perseverance through challenges. Motivation can be intrinsic or extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation refers to the internal desire to engage in an activity for its own sake, such as the satisfaction of mastering a concept or the enjoyment of learning itself. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, involves external rewards or pressures, such as grades, approval from others, or the desire to avoid punishment. Theories such as Deci and Ryan's self-determination theory emphasize the importance of autonomy, competence, and relatedness in fostering intrinsic motivation. When students feel that they have control over their learning, believe they can succeed, and have positive relationships with peers and teachers, they're more likely to be intrinsically motivated. Educators can support motivation by providing opportunities for student choice, offering constructive feedback that builds confidence, and creating a supportive classroom community. Additionally, motivation is influenced by students' goals and their perceptions of the value of learning. According to achievement goal theory, students may pursue learning for mastery, intrinsic goals, or performance extrinsic goals. Understanding what drives a student, whether it is a desire for mastery or external recognition, can help teachers tailor their approach to meet the individual needs of each student. 4. Self-concept and self-esteem. Self-concept refers to how individuals perceive their abilities and roles in the world, while self-esteem relates to the value that they place on themselves. In the context of learning, student self-concept can influence how they approach academic challenges and their belief in their ability to succeed. Students with a positive self-concept are more likely to embrace challenges, take risks, and persist through difficulties. Conversely, students with a negative self-concept may avoid difficult tasks, show less resilience, and struggle with academic achievement. Self-esteem is also closely linked to academic performance. Students with high self-esteem tend to have more confidence in their abilities and are more likely to approach learning tasks with a positive attitude. On the other hand, students with low self-esteem may experience feelings of inadequacy and may be more prone to disengagement or failure. Teachers can foster positive self-concept and self-esteem by providing encouragement, celebrating successes, and creating an environment where students feel supported and valued. 5. Emotions. Emotions are powerful affective factors that can greatly influence learning. Emotions such as anxiety, stress, joy, and excitement can either facilitate or hinder a student's ability to focus, process information, and engage with the material. For example, high levels of anxiety can impair cognitive functions like memory and attention, leading to difficulties in learning. Conversely, positive emotions such as excitement and curiosity can enhance motivation and promote deep engagement with learning tasks. Emotional regulation is an important skill that influences how students manage their emotions in relation to academic tasks. Students who are able to regulate their emotions effectively are better equipped to handle challenges, cope with setbacks, and remain focused on their learning goals. Teachers can help students develop emotional regulation skills by creating a classroom atmosphere that is emotionally supportive, teaching stress management techniques, and encouraging students to express and manage their emotions in healthy ways. 6. Social and cultural factors. In addition to the internal components of individual differences, social and cultural factors also shape how students approach learning. For example, students from collectivist cultures may prioritize group harmony and collaboration, which can influence how they approach tasks like group projects. In contrast, students from individualistic cultures may be more likely to value independent learning and competition. Social factors such as family background, peer relationships, and socioeconomic status can also affect a student's motivation, self-esteem, and emotional well-being. Cultural differences in learning expectations and behaviors can sometimes create challenges in the classroom, particularly in multicultural settings. Educators who are culturally responsive are aware of these differences and work to create an inclusive environment where all students feel respected and valued. By acknowledging and addressing the diverse cultural backgrounds of students, teachers can foster an environment that supports the social and emotional growth of every learner.